Okay, y'all, I just got back from a very successful hunt with a very close personal friend, and we killed Beauty and the Beast. And I want to show you how to European an Aoudad skull. Now, I'm redoing this video, so I'm not showing you any of the skinning, but one of these rams is going to get mounted traditionally, so I'm going to cape him, and the other is going to get just Euroed and go on the wall for me. Although I'm going to boil and clean them both, eventually one will have the horns cut off and put on a mannequin and the cape stretched around it. Anyway, rule number one, remove all the meat and tissue from the skull. As much as you can remove ahead of time will help you in the process. Now here's a look at the back side of these two rams. You can see a considerable difference in length and a very slight difference in mass. But when we get the horns off, you won't believe the difference. It's incredible. Once you've got the hide off, you want to get rid of as much loose debris as you can and then fold it flesh to flesh and roll it and freeze it. Send it off to the taxidermist. That's what they do best. Next, we're going to get them in a pot, horn in. This is probably the most ghetto thing I've ever showed on YouTube, but I had to put a jack underneath there and another deal to hold it up. It's just kind of a mess, but I really wasn't set up for the size of these Aoudad. Once it's come to a boil and been rolling for probably 30 minutes, no chemical in the water, pull it out and you want to hit it with a soft hammer. This is a sand-filled hammer here, and you got to give him a heck of a whack. Now this may seem like common sense, but it needs to be said. You're going to want to hit that horn low near the base. You don't want to be hitting the tip of that horn. And what you're trying to do is jar that horn, break it free from that membrane on the horn bone. When you get it good, you'll feel it loosen and it'll slide right off there. Once you've got the horns knocked free, I like to cut that horn core down so that it's less room in the pot and it's easier to manage. Then I take advantage of the time while the horns are out and I give them a real good rinse. Get any loose debris, blood, anything in and out of those horns, hit it with a power washer and set them out to dry. Moving right along, I got both skulls back in the pot at a full rolling boil. These skulls can take some serious heat. They are double tough. Here's my rule. You want to spray into every hole and every orifice. Anywhere there's meat or tissue, make it go away. Let's get to washing. For those of you that are new to the channel, I'm just using a little electric 1600 PSI power washer. Nothing special, $100 at Lowe's or Home Depot. So just keep washing. Wash as long as you can until you start to eliminate debris. If you're still seeing red meat, you may have to put it back in the boil, continue to boil, pull it out, wash, boil, wash, boil. A lot of times on these really hardy old animals, both of these rams are 12 years old, I will have to do that 4 or 5 times. After removing all the nasal cavity, we need to remove the brain. And I seriously think we need to do one of those most satisfying videos ever when we pull the nose and the brain out. As you can see, it is very rewarding. Last step in the cleaning process is the whitening. Those skulls are 90% clean. I've put them in a pot filled with 50% liquid peroxide and 50% water. That's 40% by volume liquid peroxide, developer from the beauty supply. I bring that to a boil, then I pull them out, give them a real nice final rinse, and set them in the sun to dry. Okay, y'all, here we are, next step in our Aoudad project. I love learning about critters. I love chasing new animals and seeing how they interact, and I've done very little sheep hunting. I want to show you something that I noticed about these two particular rams. I've been calling them Beauty and the Beast. Now this is a heavier, shorter ram, and this is a thinner, longer ram. Here's the odd part. This thinner horn is substantially heavier than this thicker horn, and I'm talking about pounds, not mass. But this particular skull is a third of the weight of this one. And it's just strange to me how it works out. I don't know if these are more worn down from polishing or what, but they look beautiful, and I'm gonna mop and glue them in and out. You've seen me do it before, so I'm just gonna show you one, and then I'll do the rest so it doesn't take up so much film. And then we'll, oh, good night. And then I'll show you in the morning how we Bondo them back on. We're just gonna brush her in, every inch of this horn. It's official, y'all. I am slipping. I did this whole piece after mop and gluing those horns on how to Bondo them on. And I either A, deleted it or didn't record it, and I apologize. So here's the finished ram. I've already given the other one back, so I am sorry about that. What I did is I took regular old automotive Bondo, mixed it, I put it on the horn core, the inside. I slid those horns on, and I let them harden. But I think an Aoudad could be, literally could be the coolest Euro. It sits perfectly upright on its own. It doesn't need a stand. It's massive and beautiful, and I hope that helps. I know this one was fast-paced. I know you've seen so many of them, so I wanted to show you how an Aoudad goes. Be prepared to have to knock the fire out of these when it comes out of the boil. A serious hit. It'll take and loosen it. Once you've loosened it, it'll come off. But there it is. Thank you, Lord, for beautiful animals and beautiful trophies. Thanks for watching.